My first experience in a self-driving car, it was a little surreal to see the car take off, manage traffic, manage turns, manage pedestrians. It anticipated everything and did everything perfectly.
Most car accidents are caused by drivers. So to the extent that cars can become more autonomous, the industry believes that the accident rates will reduce considerably.
We lost 35,000 people in 2015 to traffic crashes.
94% of those are caused by human error.
Car accidents are the biggest killer of young people, and I've got 2 daughters. One's 2 years old, one's just 10 weeks old. And by the time that they're in cars, that I don't have to worry about them ever being hurt, it's just a relief, and it's a world that I want to give to them.
Full self-driving has the potential to address almost every notion of human error, and with that address almost every notion of crashes. Families are kept intact, people aren't injured.
Currently, there's a very large number of minor crashes. This technology may change the kind of crashes that result, so it's imaginable anyway that you might see many fewer crashes, but the crashes that do occur are much more serious. You could also see crashes that occur in clumps if there's a software bug, so you could see a whole clump of cars crash at the same time. These complicate the actuarial problem of knowing and defining the risks.
As cars become autonomous, drivers no longer have control of those cars and can no longer be liable in the event of an accident. So what we're seeing as far as driver responsibility, we're finding that that liability is now shifting to the manufacturers.
If you're in the back seat and you're being taken to work in your car, which has to react in real time or quicker to everything, glitches and crashes into a tree or a mailbox or heaven forbid, another car, who's at fault? It's the regulation has to be around identifying who's at fault before the insurance industry can actually build an appropriate risk transfer mechanism around that.
Our tort system's fault-based, and with autonomous vehicles, the party who causes the accident will be whoever wrote the software.
Insurance companies are in a difficult situation because how do you price a self-driving vehicle when at the point of sale when you need to have insurance before you be on the road? Or if the risk goes completely away, how do you reallocate efforts and resources so to deal with what is the newest risk profile?
Long before anything's even launched to the public, insurance and risk management is a huge component of that whole process of making sure it's safe.
Right now, the ratings that are used may not be relevant. Premiums are determined based on your driving history, your age, your gender, and your credit score in some respects, which these factors won't be applicable in the autonomous vehicle world.
How do you address insurance needs when every 6 months we could update the feature level and the software on the car?
The technology is so good at avoiding accidents that I think that there is a likelihood that the volume of liability, claims against these companies is quite low, and that the manufacturers can easily quantify what the risk is.
It's hard to know exactly where the ultimate risk will be born in the insurance market. I do think it's important to remember that we're talking about fewer crashes and less liability overall.
If the question is embrace change, or it's embrace change or might not be in the insurance business much longer. If you're an insurer, you have to address a strategic level question. What is it we need to change into to still be in this business?
The drag on the development of the market is really the ability of insurers, the marketeers, the proposition development people to use and leverage upon the insights that the data provides them to build new value propositions and services and policies for the consumer.
The other sort of important thing to do is collect data and to be able to try to determine what state of the world we're in.
The foundation of every good policy is fantastic data behind it. And that's the way this should be for self-driving vehicles. Let the data tell the story.
It's fundamental to know the context in which those vehicles or those road users are currently in, and that comes back to the data and the analytics.
If Milliman can help manufacturers better manage their product liability exposure, then we can help facilitate the innovation in this area and make autonomous vehicles available to more people quicker.
Autonomous technology is one of those things that is revolutionary. It's the biggest change to automobiles since they were invented. We're taking the driver out of the loop. And what that frees up is so many other ways to derive value than that was wasted when humans were driving.
It's important to note that the status quo is pretty awful. I think there were more than 1 million traffic-related fatalities last year worldwide. If even technology that is imperfect can reduce that number substantially, then it seems like we ought to put it out there.
At the end of the day, this affects human lives. It's avoidance of fatalities, it's improving quality of life, it's avoiding injuries, it's avoiding cost. All of that is net positive to the social global good.